I'm reading this book. I'm reading this book called In Love with the Devil, and what the fuck? So I'm only 60 something odd pages into this read, y'all, and this is possibly the darkest book I've ever read. Now, for us girlies who did not dive into the dark romance genre, reading Haunting, Adeline, and all of that, y'all know that not many things can faze people like us. Right. That's what I'm thinking going into this shit. But just the first chapter, not even the first chapter, the first 2 pages will have your mind like, what the fuck? Y'all, this is about a stalker. It's a captor-captive romance, if you could even call it a romance. He's psychotic, and I can truly say, compared to everything else that I have read, he is the most unhinged MMC I have ever read in my life. Like, I don't fucking know how she did it. But, like, I don't know if I want to encounter this man or run from him. Like, that's how bad it is. And y'all, I'm not a lighthearted reader. I am not a person that just gets a book and it's just doesn't check the trigger warnings, whatever. I always read the trigger warnings, and even if it's something that I'm just like, ooh, child, and it kind of throw me off a little bit, I still love the dark shit. But this book, y'all, I don't know how I'm gonna get through it. But since I'm crazy, I figure I would suggest it to y'all and see if maybe someone else can get into it with me. Because, of course, I want somebody else to be as traumatized as I am. The MMC name is Julian. And the FMC's name is Astoria. Yes, Astoria. I don't know. Yeah. I think I'm saying that right. I'm not sure. But her name's Astoria. And, y'all, this was definitely like lust at first sight for them too. Not love by any means, but our girl is traumatized, like, from things that happened to her in the past. I'm sure y'all can guess what it is. And he is a traumatizer. That's all I'm gonna say. He does the fucking traumatizing. That's all I'm gonna say. And some kind of way he has managed to get this poor girl in his grasp. It's definitely a whole bunch of, somno going on, non-con. Not even like dub con, y'all. It's straight up non-con. Like, I think the whole book is gonna be that. His nickname for her is Little Bird. So if that's a dead giveaway, I don't know what else it is. But y'all, I am loving this book. I feel like any book that can bring out such like heavy emotions in me is a good fucking book. And I'm a trust the process. So far, I'm hoping this ends up being like one of those female rage situations. Because when I tell y'all this FMC has been through it, just within the first like 5 pages, y'all are going to realize this girl has been through it. Like, in the most fucked up of ways. And he's taking advantage of it, full advantage of it. I want y'all to go in blind reading this book, kind of like I did. Like, I didn't know much. I will say I did my research a little bit before I went fully in. So I can't necessarily say I went in completely blind. Plus, like I said, I always check the trigger warning. But I would love for y'all to get into this read. It's a horror, definitely a horror novel. So maybe I'm just calling it a romance because it's clearly a sort of love story, but this is definitely horror. Because the stories and the characters alone have horrific backgrounds. Like, I mean, just totally, completely out of whack. Like, one of them needs to be in an insane asylum and the other one just straight up needs to be locked away, thrown away a key. Like, just straight up. But that might make them perfect for each other. So y'all go ahead and read this book. It is definitely looking like it's going to be a 5-star read for me. And that's just within the first 30 pages I was reading. I knew this would be a 5-star read because it was so emotionally traumatizing reading those pages. I was just like, oh my God, my heart, like, it's fluttering, it's beating fast. Like, let me hurry up. I keep flipping to the next page, the next page, the next page. And any book that brings that out of me, I'm always going to recommend. So I think y'all should definitely go read this book.